I'm back. I'm back? But yeah, isn't that a freaking nightmare hallway waiting to happen right there? Freaking turn away from that for a little bit. But good day, peeps, my name is Scribbs, and I am officially back in an entirely new office setting, one that you should probably get used to because I'll be stuck here for a while, but god damn. It has been an entire month, probably one of the longest pauses or breaks that I've actually taken since this channel really started picking up. And it's crazy because it's something that I've been doing for the last, I think at least 2 years. Very consistently I've been doing it for 2 years with minor breaks in between. But still, recording should be something that's ingrained into me. It's something that I absolutely know, but I have been dreading making this video because I feel like I forgot everything I learned. Every single, muscle memory or, I don't know, improv pattern that I had integrated into my mind deep inside somewhere. It just all feels lost. It feels like I don't know, it feels like I'm picking up YouTube for the very first time ever. And it's a very, very weird experience. Now, for you people who don't know why I took a break in the first place, the reason that I decided to take this month off was because I pretty much had to. I didn't really want to. Originally, it wasn't something that, I felt pressingly I needed a break or anything, but I did have to move. That was something that was out of my hands. I had to move, and I had to stay at my parents' house in the meantime because this new apartment, this beautiful, extremely empty and echoey space, wasn't available before the 1st of August, and it's only taking a while to freaking get in, so, I mean, what can you really do? I've been trying to set this up as quick as possible, I really promise, but I apparently have more stuff to move than I thought. And the fact that the climate is starting to feel like the land down under, as you can probably tell from the pores visible on this camera. It's been a hot, heavy, hard, and sweaty time, to say the least. But it's finally something that I'm done with. And for the first time in a month, I can sit down and I can actually go back to the work that I used to do. Which, again, is very weird, because after I actually started my break, just to give you a little bit of information about what I've been doing, and sorry, I will be sporadic. This is the first video I'm recording in a month. Please cut me a little slack, would you? But yeah, getting myself to actually calm down after working so consistently through these last 2 years was definitely weird, and it was a very, very rough experience. I was still on the verge of getting all the stuff with moving done, and I was also, as some of you guys who are actually paying attention to some of my posts and have been listening more to my videos, I've also been taking my driver's license, which I finally, thank good to Lord, I got done. I actually passed the driver's license test, which should not be that hard, but apparently I made it an extremely big issue for myself. But yeah, it just goes to show, even without YouTube, life can still throw you a few curveballs that make it extra stressful. And I could actually feel it bodily wise. It actually reached the point where I had to do a lot of my old anxiety training. I had to go back and practice that. I've been meditating more, and I've also very, very, very recently gotten into exercise again. Because this month really gave me some time to reflect on the fact that, okay, I just got over another hill of stress. Let's not create one of my own again. I don't want to set myself deadlines that end up making myself miserable, because all in all, if I make myself miserable, or if I make myself feel guilty over the things I don't get done or the things that I don't accomplish, or if there's just a lot of things in the somewhat horizon that keeps pressing on me that I set for myself, that is just a downward spiral to end up where I was at the end of this last month, which is not a place I want to be again. Oh my god, how did I even talk fluently? I remember being able to talk freaking 12 minutes straight without actually cutting the video. How did I do that? I must have been a madman. But yeah, it's been a stressful time, but now I can actually also finally sit back. And I actually don't think it's even dawned on me. I don't think it's dawned on me the fact that all these things that have been pressing on me for a big half of this year, like the whole moving, getting the dates right, and all the freaking bureaucratic dumb stuff of moving. I know moving is a somewhat casual thing to a regular adult, but I'm not a regular adult. I'm a me adult, which means I already have my set of debuffs when it comes to dealing with bureaucracy. But I basically have this gigantic weight lifted off my shoulders, and I have not even noticed it yet. And I think it'll actually only start to dawn on me once I actually finally get settled into this place. Once I actually finally sit down and get to really work at what I love, because there's actually nothing stopping me now. I have no plans for the near future. I have nothing pressing externally that goes on for the first time in freaking half a year. I can just actually sit down and work. And I'm so... I cannot understate how excited I am for this. I think self-reflection is so important because self-reflection is basically... It's a little bit of a shortcut if you reflect on your own emotions, how you feel towards certain things. And if you just reflect on your thoughts, that's like a shortcut to figuring out something, if there's something you don't want and something that you want. Or that's what I use self-reflecting for anyway. It sort of helps you speed up that process of figuring out what you really want. But good news is, I absolutely still want to do YouTube. I really do. And it feels so freaking good, because when I was even not doing YouTube, even after I'd gotten through that first week of like, I don't know, workaholism rehab, I guess, I still felt like an urge to create something. I think that's just somewhat of the person I am at the moment. I'm a creative person and I want to create something, and videos and the YouTube format just gives me that snappy, like, I can create something every day. I can create something and show it to the world every day. And that is just a process that I, over the years, have fallen in love with. It's had its trifles. It's not been a steady relationship with my work. As most things worthwhile, they're not always easy and steady. Some things are hard to figure out, but still, I love this job with all its flaws and all its being complicated, especially this year. As I don't think anyone actually goes this year without having somewhat of a complicated process in life, which I still find pretty insane, by the way. Like, even after like taking this break off, I expected things to at least slow down a little bit, and I actually expect that almost month after month. I expect, okay, it's starting to tone down a little bit, it's not as bad as the previous month, but it's always either personally or in some like big across the world sort of thing. It just, 2020 keeps on pummeling, it keeps on delivering, it keeps showing up and reminding us that it is 2020, and 2020 can eat my ass. But at least for me, on like a personal scale, unless something comes up, which could absolutely be the case because it's 2020, the year of unpredictability, but I'm hoping to be sailing personally a somewhat steady ship now. And I think I have the privilege of actually being able to just now jump into my work and just focus on that, and just focus on me, focus on actually being productive, focus on, I don't know, just sort of working on myself as a person, I guess. And I know that's not like the same privilege that a lot of people have. For a lot of people, like, the happenings of 2020 are really starting to take a toll, especially in places like America, where the demonstrations have been going on for a long time now, and because of the way that things have been handled, the COVID virus is also starting to take a huge toll, if not just financially, but also just mentally to a lot of people, especially to you guys who don't even have work, but you guys who just go to school or just hear about this every day, people who feel like all the stuff happening around them, and it doesn't feel like you ever really get a break. Which is why I think, even though I've been a month off and I might be a little rusty, and you might have to be a little patient with me these first few videos, I'm jumping back into my old regiment as fast as I can. I don't know if I'll be able to produce 2 videos a day, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to provide as much stuff as I can, while also making it some of the content that I enjoy making the absolute most. Because I feel like that's one of the only ways, like right now, that I can actually help. I can help by bringing back series where we can just sit down and talk and relax, like the Minecraft series, but I also have plenty of other relaxing games that I've actually sort of been stockpiling a little bit as I've been going on about my day. This last month I've been stockpiling a few games that I want to play, a few of which might be outdated now. I've absolutely no idea, but basically the regiment from now on, and the fact that I'm back, doesn't mean that I'm gonna go easy on it. I'm gonna go as hard as I can while also staying a lot more focused on the positive aspects. Not because I'm ignorant to what's going on. I know that there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world, so let's acknowledge those and try to make the absolute best of the situation. Let's talk about things, and then let's sit down and play some wholesome games. Let's just have somewhat of a couch gaming experience going on between you and I. Of course, after I get all the PA videos done that people have been begging me for. Even though I've been on a break, people have still been begging me for PA videos. Don't get me wrong, I love doing PA videos, but my god, there's been a few levels that came out recently that people have just been absolutely spamming me about. But I am excited to see what they're like. I'm excited to see what has been done in COVID time. Or at least in July time, while I've been absolutely sitting on my ass doing nothing. I'm excited to see what you guys have accomplished in the meantime. But yeah, that pretty much sums it for my ranty welcome back video. I know it wasn't as subtle and as relaxing as we might have wanted it to be, but you know, it's a welcome back video and it's about the best that you can expect after taking such a long break off, so thank you. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. And thank you for being patient with me, especially if you waited this entire month. You actually stuck in there. Thank you so much. I'm back now. And I'm gonna try to do the best, the absolute best that I can to make up for the content that didn't get made this last month. Alright, you fucking creepy weirdo. You can take it away. You're not gonna do it now? Everybody's waiting.